Water is a renewable resource, right? But why is then everyone talking about conserving it, and water shortages, and water footprint? Well, the simple answer is because the total amount of water on our planet is fixed. It doesn't get smaller, but it doesn't get bigger either. And we need to use it wisely so that it's enough for everyone. The actual answer is a bit more nuanced, and if you want to learn it, then keep on watching. Let's start from the basics. On the planetary scale, the amount of water we have is always the same. It moves around the Earth in the water cycle, but the total amount is constant. Of all the water that we have on the planet, only about 3% is fresh water, and the rest is salt water, which is no use to us. The majority of the fresh water, 69%, is locked into glaciers and ice caps and is not accessible to us. About 30% of fresh water is groundwater, which is not very easy to access either. About a third of the world water supply comes from groundwater. 0.9% is other fresh water, such as ground ice. And only 0.3% of fresh water is surface water, such as lakes, rivers, and swamps. And this is the water source that the majority of people on Earth rely on. The way it works is that we take out water from rivers and lakes for our consumption, and then it gets replenished back by rain and snow. This is why we call water a renewable resource. But if we take the water out faster than it replenishes, we will have water shortages. So we have to be considerate about how much water we are using so that we don't run out of it. Because the amount of surface water is not evenly distributed around the world, some populations have less water available to them and have to conserve water more than others to make sure they don't run out of it before it can replenish itself. The amount of water available may also vary with time. So, for example, there is more water in a lake during a rainy season and less during a drought. And so in some time periods, such as during a drought, it may be more important to conserve water than in others. So even though we have enough fresh water on the planet for everyone, the spatial and temporal variations in water availability lead to water scarcity in certain areas of the world during certain times of the year. But what if your area has plenty of water bodies to draw water from and plenty of rain throughout the year? Well, you may not be in an immediate danger of running out of water, but there are several reasons why it's still a good idea to conserve it. First of all, the world population is constantly growing, and so the amount of water available per person declines, because, like I said, the total amount of water is fixed. So more and more areas will need to actually conserve water to avoid water shortages. It's best to be prepared. Second, processing and delivering water to our homes and then treating wastewater takes a lot of energy, which we know is the main driver of climate change and air pollution. Worldwide, 4% of electricity use is devoted just to water management. Plus, we use energy at home when we heat water for showers, laundry, etc. And the more water we use, the more energy is required to heat it. Third, if your water supply comes from groundwater, water conservation is extremely important already now, even if your groundwater reserve contains plenty of water at the moment. And that is because groundwater takes much longer to replenish. It can take centuries or even millennia, so we need to save this water for future generations. At the moment, we extract groundwater at a rate that is higher than its recharge rate, and 21 of the world's 37 largest groundwater reserves are being depleted. And fourth, when we talk about saving water, we are not just talking about water you use in your home or at work. Most of the water that we consume is used to produce things that we buy. This is called indirect water use. And this water may not necessarily come from regions of the world with plenty of water, so we have to be smart about what products we consume and how much. So to put it into perspective, here is a breakdown of how water is used by sector. Only about 10% is used in our homes, and the rest is used to produce things that we buy. 20% is used by industry and 70% by agriculture. In my future videos, I will be talking about the best ways of reducing both our direct and indirect water use, so stay tuned for that. But this is it for today's video. I hope you found it useful. Hit the like button if you did. And let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I will try my best to help. Until next time, bye!